my son hits you, you're done.
Yeah, man.
You're done. But they're stupid, okay? And that's what they get. That's what everybody gets.
Don't let this go over your head. Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions were awarded $1 million for damages.
It's been over 4 months since their controversial bout, but Devin Haney isn't done seeking retribution from Ryan Garcia over doping allegations. After the fight in the ring, the fight outside the squared circle continues. Interestingly, it's fire for fire as Ryan Garcia now has the backing of his father against the father and son duo of Bill Haney and Devin Haney.
I'm pissed off. Plus, Devin Haney's suing me for hurting his feelings.
Yeah, I don't really understand.
On Friday, the former undisputed lightweight champion filed a lawsuit in New York against the Victorville native, citing battery, fraud, and breach of contract in connection with their April fight. In that fight, King Rai dropped Haney 3 times en route to a majority decision victory. However, the result was later overturned to a no contest after a banned substance, Ostarine, was found in Garcia's system. As a result, Garcia faced a 1-year suspension from boxing and was fined over $1.2 million by the New York State Athletic Commission.
That law, he's literally gonna sue you for what?
Following news of the lawsuit, Garcia took to social media, posting, "I'm being sued for doing my job. This fight has been a Netflix documentary, but this right here is the finale. Your Honor, he simply struggles with left hook syndrome." In the comments, Ryan's father, Henry Garcia, chimed in, threatening Haney with a countersuit. Henry Garcia alleged that Devin Haney was still trying to justify the beating he took, while suggesting that the Ostarine in Garcia's system came from a contaminated supplement. He further claimed Haney's career is now truly doomed because no one would want to fight him, fearing the repercussions of winning.
For the fight, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia on April the 20th. I asked one question, is why would Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions receive $1 million in damages? What damages did they occur?
Henry Garcia also pointed out that Ryan Garcia had weighed in 3.2 pounds heavier during the weigh-ins, for which Haney accepted $1.5 million as a penalty. Despite that, it was Haney who came in heavier on fight night and still lost the fight. Henry Garcia even took a shot at Haney's performance against Regis Prograis, accusing Haney of coming in overweight and branding him a sad individual who can't take a punch or a loss. When boxing reporter Eli Sekbach remarked, "Also, to take the money when Ryan missed you weight, that's on him."
His feelings. He's a kid. His daddy been protecting him. Bill Haney's probably fucking scared as fuck.
Henry doubled down, saying, "We can probably countersue this sorry individual." The real question now is, what does Haney's lawsuit specifically allege and claim against Ryan Garcia? According to court documents obtained by ESPN, Haney is seeking unspecified damages and accuses Garcia of battery, arguing that his contest was limited to a bout held fairly and under the rules. The lawsuit further asserts that while Haney agreed to a prize fight with Garcia, he never consented to engage in a bout against an individual who had taken a performance-enhancing drug. The weight dispute is also a key point in Haney's lawsuit, where he accuses Garcia of fraud for falsely claiming that he had tried to make weight and failed. Although the fight proceeded after Haney agreed to Garcia missing weight, Garcia later admitted to intentionally coming in overweight. That said, Devin Haney might not have an actual fight lined up anytime soon, but he will look to rematch Ryan Garcia in the courtroom. Whether the Flash can win this rematch like their initial fight is yet to be seen. Until then, share your thoughts on the matter. As for Henry Garcia, he's always had very unfriendly comments to make about the Haneys, and this was just one of the many instances. Back in April, when he was asked about his feeling at the moment, he said, "Well, I mean, it's like being on vacation right now because we're still happy. We're still celebrating, we're on a high, and we're really happy that we proved a lot of people wrong and all his doubters and haters and all that. But we knew all along, so we're just having a great time right now."
We're still happy. We're still celebrating. We're on a high, and we're really happy that that we proved a lot of people wrong.
When asked about his son's performance, having seen all his drama from the very start, he said, "Well, see, the problem is that people don't realize the history of Ryan. You know, they see him as a YouTube star, Twitter, you know, whatever you want, whatever social media platform you want to give them. The problem is that people's perception is casual. They don't understand boxing, they just see what they see on TV or on YouTube. Whereas myself and other people closest to me know that we started since Ryan was 7 years old and he's obtained 15 national titles, which is very hard to do. I mean, one national title is hard to do, you know, because there's certain steps that you gotta take in order to win a national. Sean, the same way his brother, has won 8. So when you meet someone like my son, you're not gonna see the YouTube star, you're going to see a beast. You're going to see a different animal, and that's what we knew going into this fight. Everybody was like, Haney is pound for pound the best fighter in the world and this and that, but they don't realize that he started before we did.
I'm not cool with the father, and I don't think I ever will, because he's a piece of shit, along with some other people. But
Henry Garcia was also asked if he was cool with the Haneys after the fight. He said, "I'm not cool with my father, and I don't think I ever will, because he's along with some other people. And the reason why I say that is because, number one, he's trying to be a Don King. He's trying to repeat history, which he can't. And he doesn't love his son the way I love my son. Your job is to be a father before you become a trainer. And this man didn't become a father. He knew his son was getting beaten down, and he still just looked at him. And Ryan was like, dude, are you gonna let this continue? But since he's got so much pride in him, he just let him go. That man is a horrible dad."
But since he's got so much pride in his ass, he just let it go. But now, literally, he's suspended Haney because indefinitely.
People have a wrong perception of Bill Haney. I know him. I have known him since the amateur days. He's not a good trainer. He just stands there and gives him advice. I don't see him working mitts. I don't see him doing body work. I don't see him work. He's just a bad man. I don't even want to talk about him. He's a piece of crap. He got on more cameras than Devin Haney.
Do you think he should have stopped the fight?
Hell yeah. I mean, everybody saw that. I mean, I'll give it this much. The first round, okay. I mean, even though Ryan, wobbled him and all that, but the 7th, that should have been stopped. The 11th, oh my God.
When asked if he was pleased about the referee's performance, he said, "You're talking about Harvey Dock? Harvey Dock is a piece of shit. He's on my list. That man should be banned for life. I think he's Devin Haney's uncle, because this guy would protect Devin like he protected Devin when he fought Loma. He helped Devin so many times. It was so damn obvious. This man is evil."
Pleased with the referee's performance now that you've had a few days to think about it? Watch
You're
the
talking
fight
about
again.
Harvey Dick? Yeah, Harvey Dick is a piece of shit. He's on my list.
Henry Garcia is keen on seeing Harvey Dock get banned for life, especially after the leaked tape, and he's claimed to mess him up where he finds him. However, even in the face of intense adversity, Bill Haney is never known to be quiet, as he ultimately proved this in the days following his son's first career loss. Having posted a couple of videos since the bout, Bill Haney has even been more or a social media nuisance after the fight than he was before, engaging in verbal exchanges with all kinds of people, from musicians to activists and boxers as well.
Chest out, chin up. And that's what it means by being a Haney.
However, Henry Garcia hasn't been the friendliest either. He's been ensuring he missed none of the naysayers that had criticized his son's performance before his big win over Devin Haney. Devin Haney's promoter was one of the many Ryan Garcia fired shots at after the bout, and with Eddie Hearn, he ensured it was a physical confrontation. During the match, both Eddie Hearn and Henry Garcia watched from ringside. After an early scare, Haney was able to get back into his rhythm, and the fight was beginning to look like Haney was going to outpoint Garcia comfortably. That was until the 7th round, where madness ensued, as once again, Garcia's trademark left hook did damage, dropping the Dream, leaving him hanging on for dear life. Haney touched the canvas twice more in the same round, although both were not scored as knockdowns, and Garcia was deducted a point for punching, while the referee was breaking the two fighters up. Haney then seemed to be regaining his composure in the fight in the 8th and 9th, but in the 10th, the fight fell out of his grasp as Garcia's speed and power were too much for him, and was put down twice in the 10th and once in the 11th. Unfortunately, despite victory in the evening, Garcia's inability to hit weight meant he walked home empty-handed, as he did not qualify to win the WBC World Super Lightweight Championship due to weighing in 3.2 pounds over the 140 limit. After the fight, no love was lost between Ryan's father, Henry Garcia, and Matchroom boss, Eddie Hearn, as Henry interrupted an interview with Hearn. Eddie Hearn, Haney's promoter, had previously speculated that Ryan might quit during Saturday's fight, a suggestion that didn't go down well with Garcia Sr.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, my son, you piece of shit. What are you talking about? You might, fuck you. You know you're a piece of shit. And that's what you get.
The fighter's father couldn't wait to tell Hearn what he thought of him when the duo crossed paths backstage. Their exchange began as Hearn was trying to congratulate Henry Garcia on his son's performance, saying, "Big respect to Ryan Garcia, he was amazing," before Henry said, "You're a piece of dirt," to which Hearn responded with, "Oh really? Damn you." The two then continued to trade remarks toward each other, with Garcia saying, "Damn you, you know you're a piece of dirt and that's what you get. Now what are you gonna say? Luke Campbell and freaking Devin Haney, damn you." Hearn sharply responded with Jaron Ennis, who is the International Boxing Federation interim world welterweight champion, which seemed to soothe the dialogue, ending in an embrace and an apology between the two. A slightly peculiar and humorous moment as Garcia was airing his frustrations, feeling his son had been disrespected, but Hearn admitted that he had given his son his respect, and all ended peacefully after the mention of Jaron Ennis.
Now what are you gonna say? I'm gonna say Luke Campbell and fucking Devin Haney. Fuck you. Now who you got? Who do you got?
Jaron Ennis.
Who?
Jaron Ennis.
How about Pitbull?
You know he's good. Jaron Ennis is good.
They're all good.
Respect. It was a good performance.
Sorry.
I know you're emotional.
Man, sorry.
Listen, it's a sport. When you win,
I know,
I'll
but-
give you all the respect in the world.
Okay, give Ryan the respect.
I just told him.
You did?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
This is how we work.
Sorry.
Don't worry. I respect you. I accept your apology.
Thank you.
No problem.
After such an impressive display in the later rounds of the fight, Ryan claimed that he was not interested in a rematch, responding with "Nah, no rematch" when posed with the question, but did give mention to a potential fight at welterweight with Jaron Ennis, saying, "Let's run it with boots," which may give further context to why his father softened his posture at the mention of Ennis from Hearn. But while the feud between Eddie Hearn and Henry Garcia ended just after the fight, Bill Haney and Henry Garcia may never become friends, as Henry Garcia has claimed. Their feud stated as far back as the announcement of the fight, and even more heated during the pre-fight conferences. Devin Haney filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia on Friday in New York, seeking damages for battery, fraud, and breach of contract in connection with Garcia's doping violation after their April title fight in Brooklyn, New York, according to court documents obtained by ESPN. Haney's team subsequently wrote a letter to the New York State Athletic Commission calling for Garcia to be disqualified and are now taking legal recourse. Devin is a consummate professional, and Ryan Garcia has shown no respect for himself, the business, or the sport, Haney's father and coach Bill Haney told Boxing Scene. Devin is the face of boxing because he has challenged the franchise in many ways, by working with multiple promoters, by crossing the sides of the street among broadcasters, and now he's challenging PED use. This is all for the good of the sport.
We thankful to Devin Haney and stepping up and allowing us to do our job with Devin Haney Promotions and sue the entire outfit. So
Garcia has already faced sanctions from the NYSAC. In June, the boxer reached a settlement with the commission, accepting a $1.1 million fine and a 1-year suspension from competition for the failed drug test. He had also made a public bet with Haney that resulted in Garcia paying Haney $600K after he weighed in 3 pounds over the limit for their fight. Garcia floored Haney 3 times in a major upset decision victory, but that result was later overturned to a no contest after Garcia tested positive for the performance-enhancing drug Ostarine. The star boxer was suspended 1 year and fined upward of $1.2 million after he reached a settlement with the commission.
with that saying, the suit stands, and Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum, I'm ashamed that you as an attorney also would advise.
Haney seeks unspecified damages and alleged Garcia committed battery because his contest was limited to a bout held fairly and under the rules. While Devin Haney agreed to participate in a prize fight against Garcia, at no time did he agree to engage in a bout against an individual who had taken performance-enhancing medications, the lawsuit states. According to Haney's attorney Pat English, there was specific language in the bout agreement signed by Garcia in which the boxer guaranteed he would not use performance-enhancing drugs. Garcia has become known for his troubling behavior in public and on social media, which necessitated extra precautions on the Haney side. At no time did Devin Haney consent to engage in a bout against a boxer who was positive for a performance-enhancing medications, performance-enhancing procedure, or masking agent and would not have proceeded with the bout had he known, English wrote in Friday's filing, according to Boxing Scene. The New York State Athletic Commission would not have permitted the bout had it known of the positive finding or of Garcia's IV use. Haney, 25, also claimed Garcia committed fraud because he represented that he had tried to make weight and failed. Garcia weighed 143.2 pounds for a fight contested at 140 for Haney's WBC junior welterweight title. The fight proceeded only after Haney agreed to a deal following the weigh-in, and Garcia was ineligible to win the title. Garcia, 26, later claimed he missed weight on purpose.
Lawsuits are part of business. Welcome to boxing and the Devin Haney era.
Haney would have never fought against a boxer who was positive for a PED, per the suit. The suit also names Garcia's promoter, Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. Haney seeks a full accounting of the event that includes evidence to support expenses. Haney was entitled to 47% of the event's profits. Under the terms of that consent order, Ryan Garcia must return the guaranteed non-pay-per-view earnings purse he has been paid to his promoter, Golden Boy. The lawsuit reads, Devin Haney and Devin Haney Inc. are contractually entitled to 47% of all profits for the bout and are thus entitled to 47% of the funds required to be returned. Golden Boy has asserted that it will not share its extra profits from the bout as a result of the forfeiture ordered by the New York Athletic Commission. This constitutes a breach of contract by Golden Boy and /or unjust enrichment to Golden Boy. While Golden Boy Promotions has not responded to the lawsuit, Garcia fired back on social media. Bill Haney, Devin's father and trainer, is squarely in his fighter's corner. It's not just about Devin, not about the championship, not about the stuff that he did. It's about the sport and what's right and what's wrong, Bill Haney told ESPN.
Well, I think
For a billion grand, bro. At least put a little bit more in my system, bro. So I could have really whipped his ass. Nah, that shit wouldn't even have taken effect. It had no effect on the fight. And
they say the left hook, and we say that it was drugs. So why would Ryan Garcia go in, plead guilty, and then not compensate Devin, but also cheat the people? Oscar De La Hoya receives $1 million as a fine, so why would he receive $1 million and Devin not? How can Golden Boy benefit from the ruling? Garcia is eligible for reinstatement in April. Haney doesn't have a fight scheduled and hasn't competed since the bout. Adding insult to the commission and to the sport of boxing, Mr. Garcia has alleged that he was high as hell during his bout with Mr. Haney. This very clearly brings disrepute on the sport of boxing and by derivation on the New York State Athletic Commission. The lawsuit alleges battery due to Haney suffering physical injury, reputational damage which will amount to millions of dollars, and emotional and mental distress. Fraud due to Garcia's weight miss and positive drug test, and unjust enrichment due to Garcia receiving his purse and a share of the pay-per-view profits. Garcia responded to Haney's lawsuit with an Instagram post on Friday, making light of the situation and mocking Haney. Also, the American also caused $15,000 worth of damage at a Beverly Hills hotel. His actions led to his arrest on felony vandalism charges.
dodging the left hook regardless. You got caught with the same punch. Bro, I didn't train for the fight. My dad knows it. Everybody knows I wasn't training.
Garcia's latest conduct, though, has proved a step too far for World Boxing Council President Mauricio Sulaiman, who has vowed that he will never sanction the California native again. Sulaiman acted swiftly in expelling the fighter after the distressing behavior came to light. The World Boxing Council chief also revealed that the organization had tried to help Garcia in the past. Exercising my authority as president of the WBC, I am hereby expelling Ryan Garcia from any activity with our organization. We reject any form of discrimination. I fear for Ryan being well as he has declined multiple attempts for our help with mental and substance abuse. Suleiman has laid the gauntlet for dealing with racist outbursts like this, perhaps making an example of his zero-tolerance approach to racism that can be drawn on in future incidents. Garcia later posted an apology on X, claiming,
And guess what? I'm not apologizing for nothing. You ain't gonna catch me apologizing.
I was trolling, I want all the killing to stop. I love everyone, sorry if I offended you. While Garcia's conduct is undeniably shameful, some fans have attributed his behavior to a manic episode caused by his history of substance abuse and mental health issues touched on in Suleiman's statement.
But there's no boxer, there's no event, and there's no place for that kind of language towards anybody, on either side. So I think that he should get help.
Father of Ryan Garcia's opponent, Bill Haney, came on a live session and surprised everyone with his response. Rather than rant, he had told Ryan Garcia to get help instead. There's no place for that kind of language towards anybody. I think that he should get help. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.